Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm doing this beautiful pink kind of Barbie reminiscent polygel set for you guys today. And we will be using the Saviland pink polygel kit. I posted the picture of these nails yesterday on my community tab and asked you guys what product you thought I had used. And a lot of you actually guessed the exact product. So kudos to you guys, very impressive. So I'm just showing you guys what is in the kit, and I wanted you guys to see this brush comparison because the bristles, like the width and even the length, it's a much smaller head, and the spatula is a lot skinnier. I really love this brush. It's so much easier to get back in that cuticle area and down on the sidewalls and everything with it being more precise. And then that thin spatula is so nice for if you're going to use dual forms. You can just push it right down the middle of the dual forms and drag it forward. Perfect. I absolutely love it. Really quick, I just wanted to give you guys a glance of the instruction booklet, and it does say to cure the polygel for 60 to 120 seconds depending on the strength of your lamp. I will only cure it for 60 as I do have a 110 watt lamp, but I would say anything about 48 watts or more should be 60-second cure. Anything under the 48 watts, I would go with longer. Really quick, I'm just going to swatch out these colors for you guys, and then I will show you which ones I'll be using in the set today. This glitter, oh, it's my favorite. I love it. So pretty. All of these shades are so beautiful, and I had a hard time deciding which ones I was going to use, but I went with that glitter and this hot pink. So I'm going to use my Saviland Prep and Dehydrator just to help dehydrate my natural nail. I do have a thin layer of product remaining from my last set, but I am going to put the dehydrator on where the natural growth would have been.
Hey, this is Zach. Be sure to hit subscribe and ring the notification bell so you never miss out when Chal uploads new videos. And when you hit subscribe, you'll be part of her polished pride.
So I'm going to glue on my tips. When I'm working with my non-dominant hand, I do prefer to use tips rather than paper forms, but when I'm working with my dominant hand, I do use paper forms because I do prefer them. But if you're going to go with tips, I absolutely love and recommend these. These are by Not Polish. It's their universal tips, and it comes in a really long stiletto, but you can cut it down to a coffin. And if you cut it really short, like an active length, it becomes a square. So it's a perfect tip, and I love working with them. And of course, everything used in the video today will be linked down in the description box. So if you have any questions on what I use, then it will all be listed down there for you guys. After I get these applied, I'm going to blend the edges of the tips and then buff over after cutting them down to the size that I want them to be. And really quick, I did want to let you guys know that I and 3 other girls are hosting a giveaway over on our Instagrams. So if you guys are interested in seeing the prizes we have picked out and finding out how to enter, go ahead and check out our Instagram pages. Mine is always listed on the top corner of the screen and linked in the description box below. And you can find my giveaway post and find out how to enter and what you need to do. So like I said, I'm just cutting down these tips to be a shorter, well, it's really a long length for me. This is not short, but I just didn't want it to be incredibly long, so I just cut them down to my desired length. And then, like I said, I'm going to use my 180 grit file just to blend the edges into the natural nail. I don't blend the tip all the way across anymore. I just don't find it's necessary in that middle section, but I do blend it on like the sidewalls right where the corners of the tip would be. That way we don't have any lifting. And then once I have that blended in, I will just use the same file to make sure my shape is perfect, and then I will buff the shine away on the top surface of that tip. Since I'm working with polygel, you do need more of like a gritty, roughed up surface. If I was to leave this with just the shiny plastic, it could end up peeling away from the polygel. But if you're using acrylic, it's not a big deal. You can leave it. So once I got that all done, I'm just using some alcohol to cleanse my nails so that there's no dust or contaminants remaining. and then I will go in with my Young Nails primer, their Protein Bonds, and I will use that twice. I do get some lifting sometimes, and using this twice helps keep that from happening, particularly because I'm hard on my nails doing things like wrestling with my son. So I always do 2 applications. And really you only need this on the natural growth, but I put it over the entire surface of my natural nail beds, even though there's some remaining products about halfway up and further. That way I just can ensure great adhesion and longevity. Now, when working with a kit, I do recommend using all of the products from the same line. However, I do like to go in with a thin layer of my Coty rubber base gel first. I'll get that cured, and then I will go in with the base coat from the polygel kit. It's not going to hurt anything to have the 2 layers of base coat. I just find that when I use my rubber base gel, I get better adhesion and a better retention of the nails with less lifting. So like I said, after curing that rubber base gel, now I'm just going in with the base gel from the polygel kit. And I'll apply that to all my nails, then give it a cure for 60 seconds, and we will move into application. When you are doing your base coat, it needs to be a very thin layer. If it's not thin enough, it can actually work in the opposite way. It can work against you and cause lifting. So keep it nice and thin, give it a full cure, and then you can go straight in to your application without wiping off that sticky inhibition layer.
I don't know, you don't want me sometimes, so I'm gonna run you out many girls, but you're always ignoring them. I know that you are thinking of me. You can know that you like me, yeah. And I run you out many girls, but you're always ignoring them, yeah. I know that you are thinking of me. You can know that you like me, yeah.
So I am going to show you guys all 5 of the nails today, starting out with my thumb. I'm just squeezing out the amount that I think necessary, although if I can recall, I did end up putting on too much. I'm not sure if I did on this nail or not, but I know in the other nails I ended up putting on too much and having to cut some off, but I'll let you know when we get to there how that works. So like I said, I squeeze the product right onto the nail. I prefer to do it that way rather than using the spatula. That way I've got the product all the way across the surface of the nail, and I can just lightly pat and drag it down into that cuticle area and then down the side walls. You want the center point to contain the bulk anyways. That's where all of your strength and structure is going to come in. So that's my preferred method of getting the product onto the nail. And then I find that this polygel is very soft, and when you have a really soft polygel like this, it becomes very sticky. So you need to clean your brush a lot, and you need to keep it covered in that slip solution or alcohol. So anytime I notice the slightest bit of stickiness, I'll wipe off my brush and then dip in for more slip solution or alcohol. Then I'll continue patting and pressing and pulling and smoothing out the nail as I continue down the nail. Now when I'm done smoothing and out all of the product and I have it shaped the way that I need it to be, I will give it a 30-second cure, I do that because I'm going to give it a full 60-second cure in the end anyway, but I do need it to be cured enough so that if I bump it when I am in my application of my other nails, that it will be hard enough that it's not going to ruin the nail and that it's protected. So I just go with that 30-second flash cure first, and then I'll do the full cure at the end. So now for this one, we're going in with that glitter, and oh my gosh, guys, how beautiful is this glitter? Huh, I love it. It is so pretty. I wish I would have had this kit sooner because I would be using this glitter all the damn time. So same process once again, just starting by pressing into that cuticle area, and this is where that really skinny polygel brush comes in handy. You can get so close to that cuticle without touching the skin, and I'm also able to really flatten out the product in that cuticle area and make it a really nice and smooth transition, so that when I go into my filing process, there's not a lot of filing needed in that back area. And then once I get the cuticle all flat and evened out, then I start going down the sidewalls, pulling product from the sides of that center line down over the sidewalls and smoothing out as I go. And this one, I did apply too much product, and so once I get it all flattened out onto my sidewalls, I will start pulling from the top and getting off some of that excess before cutting it off. I prefer to press it all onto the sidewalls first because sometimes it can look like you have too much, and then you take some off, then you go down and press it on the sidewalls and you find out, no, now I need more. So get it all smoothed along the surface of the nail first, and then you can pull from that top edge and take off any excess. So I'm just going to let you guys watch as I do my next couple of nails, and I will be back with you shortly.
Told you don't play around with a bitch like me, 'cause I've been around and you've been around, yeah. 'Cause I'ma keep it right for you, baby. I'ma do whatever that you say, yeah. Just don't fuck up my swagger that I have, yeah. 'Cause I've been around and you've been around. 'Cause I'm not the girl that you used to, making me smile, you're that dude. I set me out 'cause we're so cool, yeah, we're so cool. I'm not the girl that you used to, making me smile, you're that dude. I set me out 'cause we're so cool, yeah, we're so cool. Yeah, we're so cool. So keep it so cool. I see girls. So cool. Nobody's stealing covers. I like to drink to myself, so I'ma have another no. I don't need a hand to hold tight, don't need a love that's all mine. But sometimes I just want somebody to talk to, someone that's on my mind. I want something that's all cool, and it don't waste my time. Yeah, I just want somebody, just want somebody. I just want somebody to talk to, somebody to talk to. I like to drive by myself, so I control the volume. I like to dance by myself, so I can do my own moves. No, I don't need a hand to hold tight, don't need a love that's all mine. But sometimes I just want somebody to talk to, someone that's on my mind. I want something that's all cool, and it don't waste my time. Yeah, I just want somebody, just want somebody. I just want somebody to talk to, somebody to talk to talk to. I wanna have somebody, wanna have somebody, wanna have basic kiss, so you can cross me off that list. But if you're unsure, I insist.
So now I'm going to go in and clean up the cuticle area, as I did have some run into the skin, and you want to make sure that you clean that up and remove any that would be touching before curing. Otherwise, it can lead to lifting because you can't really file it off. So now I'm just going in with my last glitter nail, and I am applying a thinner amount of the glitter than I am of the pink. That is because the pink, all of my strength and everything is coming from that color. But with my glitters, I am going to cap them in clear because I don't want to risk filing through any of the glitter when I am in my filing and shaping process. Also, when you're working with the glitter and the clear, I do find that they're not quite as soft as with the pink, so you don't need to use as much slip solution or rubbing alcohol, as it is a medium firm, medium soft, I guess, type of consistency. I always love working with Saviland polygels. I'm sure you guys have seen some of my bigger videos have been using their products. They're just so easy to work with, and their product, it lasts for such a long time. I never have problems with like breakdown or lifting or anything like that. So definitely recommend the Saviland kits. So once I get this one all smoothed out, then I will give a full 60-second cure. That way I can make sure everything is cured fully through. Then I will go ahead and apply some clear on top of my two glitter nails. So I'm going to show you the side view here of my nails. You can see on the pointer and the pinky, there is not much of an apex as compared to my other nails. And like I said before, that is because we are going to add that apex with the clear. I choose to add the apex with the clear rather than with the glitter, because if I put the apex where it needs to be with the glitter, then I can't really cap it with clear. Otherwise, it's going to be way too high. So I just choose to use the clear as my strength and everything. That way I can make sure my glitter is fully protected. And again, I did apply too much product when I went in with this. I don't know, I guess I was a little heavy-handed with the squeezing today. But we'll get that smoothed out and then remove the excess before I go in with my filing. Question for you guys. What are your favorite nail channels to watch on YouTube? I am subscribed to so many, and I take inspiration from all of them. I learned some great techniques from most of them, but I'm wondering if I'm missing out on any really wonderful channels. So let me know your couple of top favorite channels on YouTube, and if I see some that I am not already watching and subscribed to, I would love to get some new ones to watch.
Now that I got it. No, I'm not a role model. That I got it. Can't help myself, I like myself way more when you're by my side. Just stay the night, it's been a while. You're not like those other guys. If I'm being honest, you're all that I wanted, cause you make me wanna change. I broke a few hearts or two, now I'm gonna get this right. No, I'm not a role model, nothing ever seems to last. Baby, now that I got it, I'll be better with you. I'll be better with you. Now that I got it. There was something in your eyes went click. Saw you standing in the back room with your tattoos, and I knew I should have turned away. You were about to give my world a shake, and I never really felt this way. These people don't do much for me. You got something a little extra. Normally I don't, but I think I'll let you get to know me.
So when my product warms up on my fingers, when I'm taking too long smoothing and fiddling with my application, it does run into the cuticle and sidewalls. So like I said before, just make sure you're removing that before going into cure. And now I'm just using some alcohol on a lint-free nail wipe to remove the inhibition layer before I go in and file. Also, these nail wipes I'm going to have linked down for you guys in the description box because, oh my gosh, they are so good. Try them and you'll see. I know they're just lint-free nail wipes, but they are so good. So here's the reveal on the before and after, the lumpy, kind of bulky nails before I had filed them, and then the smooth and nicely shaped nails after my shaping and filing. Now we are going to go in with the top coat. When I go in with top coat, I remove the gel from the entire side of one side of the brush and then about halfway down on the other side, which leaves me with a nice bead of product right on the tip. Then I start the application kind of midway down the nail and I brush it down to the tip. Then I start back by the cuticle. I push it up into the cuticle without touching the skin, just getting it nice and close, and then I will continue down the sidewalls. That helps me get a really tight application without putting on too much product, which will flood the sidewalls and the cuticle. So just showing it once again, I started halfway down the nail and brought it out to the tip. Then I start back at that cuticle area and push it up as tight as I can. And then I'm angling, because of the way that this brush is shaped, it's squared rather than like kind of rounded. So it's hard to get nice and tight into that cuticle area with a squared off brush. So in that case, I turn my brush to the side and bring it down one sidewall, getting that tip of the side of the brush really close into that cuticle and sidewall area. And then I do the same thing down the other side. That really helps me get a nice tight application without touching the skin. But if I do touch the skin, I will use my gloved fingernail just to kind of remove it before I go into cure. Another tip I have is when I do my thumbs, I give it a 10-second flash cure before moving into the rest of my hand. If I was not to do that, you would have the gel run down to the sidewall of that thumb. So it would be kind of finicky. And kind of messy. Now you can top coat the thumb last and cure it all together, but again I find that just because of the way that the thumb is positioned in the lamp, it does kind of still run to that sidewall as that bottom edge doesn't cure quite as well. So if I've got it flash cured, then when I've got my hand in the lamp, I lift my thumb up, and that way the light is hitting all sides of all of the nails. So after getting this pinky nail top coated, I'm going to give a full 60-second cure, and then I'm going to apply a very, very thin layer of top coat under the nails with the glitter. That is because they do have that clear base, and the glitter, it's packed really well, and there's little pieces and big pieces, so you're not going to have very many clear parts, but I still like to coat that underside, that way it's not cloudy at all. And then after I coat that underside, you'll notice I do take my fingers of my gloved hand and I run my fingers down the sidewalls on the top surface of the nail. That's only because sometimes you can have some run over the sidewalls, and I don't want to have any kind of awkward lines down the sides. So just wipe that off and give it another cure. Now I'm applying my cuticle oil. We'll massage that in and we will be all done. Let me know what you guys think of this set down below. My next video, I will actually be adding a little bit to a couple nails on this set, so be sure to keep your eye out for that. It will go up on Friday. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the set down below, and I do want to thank Saviland for sending the kit over to me to review and feature for you guys. Of course, if you guys have any questions, suggestions, or requests for different sets, let me know down below. I love to hear from you guys. Be sure to hit like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!